To throw is Reed. On 1st and 10. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Reed to throw on 2nd down. Gets the check down throw to White. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Miller, the man in motion. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Reed on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Michael Mayer, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Operating from the gun, Reed. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. Reed. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Herbert. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the 1st down.
Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Chargers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They start the drive with White. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Quick pass out to Miller. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Adams, the man in motion left. Here's Reed, throwing on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he fires one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. There he goes left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. A gain of 3, second down.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Herbert going to change the play here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
And now they'll shift things around. Dobbins is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Chosen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Reed now to throw again.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 7.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Herbert now.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Touchdown!
J.K. Dobbins.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
59. Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
On second down, here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To throw is Reed on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Reed. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now from Dicker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Reed. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
88 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Herbert changing things up. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home.
And how about this? A fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chargers 21.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
That's pulled in at the 32. There he goes, right side. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing to start the drive. Reed escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Reed throwing again on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're going to speed things up here. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle they go. Vidal pushing his way through, and he'll go down at the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 28-yard line. 16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
104 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll run on 1st down. Vidal, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 3rd
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Now Reed looking to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reed. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first and 10, Herbert. To the sideline and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, Herbert steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Zamir White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the Chargers first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
At the 22-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And